This is Dodging Death with Stephen Williams Jr. and Ryan Paton.
Was it Rodney Fodney? Was that a thing?
Oh, actually,
I feel like
it was. So, but was that the back of the neck first?
Yeah, so I think when you hit someone on the back of the head,
You'd say
you'd say Rodney, and then you'd
Doesn't really work, that does it?
yeah, because I don't know what about the back of the head. There's a Rodney.
No.
What's Rodney related?
Fodney is also ridiculous.
yeah.
I feel like someone came up with Fodney first. I was like, God, we need something else now.
Or I feel like it was someone who was about to attack someone called Rodney. So they said Rodney to catch his attention, and then went Fodney on the other side.
You know what? We were recording that, so we might as well have this as the opening.
Yeah, I feel that's worthy to go in. The origins of Rodney Fodney.
That was just our legitimate pre-show chat that we happened to capture.
And thank God we did.
Oh, I bet the listener is thrilled. It's like we've started strong this week. Rodney Fodney chat.
Yeah, everyone's Googling the origins of Rodney Fodney.
Well, I would imagine, was it a regional thing?
Do you know what? Now that you say it, I reckon so.
So people were 2 minutes in and people are baffled as to what are they on about here.
Our 1% of the South American audience is just like, Rodney Fodney.
Or someone who's listening to this show for the first time.
Oh yeah, it's a bad start for that, isn't it?
It does concern me that people can start this podcast anywhere, but some of the things they get just dropped in the middle of.
Yeah, because they've gone from, so if you track their experience, they've clicked on Dodging Death with like a bit of a horror illustration.
Yes,
they click on episode 11.
This is episode 11, yeah,
and then immediately leap into some Rodney Fodney chat. I think that's not what you're expecting, is it? Dodging Death.
No, they're looking for genuine medical advice, and this is what they land on.
Yeah, they'll have like a self-help guide, some tips.
Like a podcast web MD is what they're looking for. And they get us too. Well, anyway, hello, Ryan.
Hello, Stephen.
We've kind of gone back to the formal start.
Yeah.
You know, we've taken it back a bit.
We've restarted. We've reset from Rodney Fodney.
And it is just us again this week because producer Paul, I don't know where he is, but Paul lives the life, doesn't he?
I know, yeah. He puts my life to shame.
I know.
Self-conscious how much free time I've got to do this.
Yeah, it's tragic. This is the highlight of my week. I'm like, I can't wait to tell that story.
And that everything that you do in the week but now becomes content.
It does the notes I make. I saw this. A preacher with baggy jeans. Here we go. So yeah, it's just me and you are back in the studio. And we should tell people, when we walked in, there was quite an ominous looking white van outside.
Yeah, on its own.
On its own.
An empty road.
I mean, the road is also closed for construction work.
Yeah.
And we have a singular white van.
Oh, do you know what? When you mention like that, it seems even more ominous.
Do you think it's like on movies where there's like a police stakeout and they listen in to what's going on inside?
Oh,
I love them to be listening to this right now. Go, what the fuck have we got here?
I think it sparked an interesting conversation though. That livened up the stakeout. It's a good question. Where did it come from? Did Rodney invent it? Or was Rodney the victim?
Oh, I think Rodney absolutely fell victim to that.
I think so. So someone called Rodney is probably not the attacker, are they?
Although, do you know anybody called Rodney?
No. It's just the Rodney Fodney thing's probably been going for years.
Maybe.
It's a name that's died out, really, isn't it?
An American guy I know posted a photo on Instagram of, you know those masks you can get that are just like almost a photocopy of somebody's face with the eyes cut out?
Oh, yeah.
Like the really cheap ones.
Yeah.
So his caption was, "Is this Elsa from Frozen next to Saddam Hussein?" Yeah, I know. So, as you can imagine, I looked at this photo.
Oh, of course.
It was actually Boise from Only Fools and Horses.
John Chalice.
Yeah, and clearly he had no idea about.
Oh, so he was legitimately baffled.
He
as to
genuinely
why.
thought we were selling Mask of Saddam
Oh my
Hussein
God.
next to Disney character Elsa. I think that's worthy of putting on the @Dodging Death podcast Instagram
yes,
page.
that definitely is.
It was really funny.
It definitely is.
But we saw this van outside.
Mm-hmm. The ominous stakeout van.
Yes.
But did you see the sign at the back?
What was it?
It said, "No tools left here overnight."
Okay.
And you think, who's that for? Is that to put off car burglars? If that sign wasn't there, they're so trusting of this sign, just very, very naive car burglars. And, oh well,
In that case.
yeah, he says there's no tools in here overnight. What's the point? It'd be futile for me to use this crowbar to pry open the door. I'm going to go on to the other van that doesn't have that
Sign.
Yeah, because I think if I was a van owner,
Yeah.
I'd leave the tools in there overnight.
Of course you would.
And I'd put the sign there anyway.
Yeah,
I mean,
but do you think people are fooled enough by it to not break into
well,
the car?
there must be a reason for it. Car burglars must be a very trusting bunch. For that sign to take off, it's a widespread sign.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's like a baby on board, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
As if, in that case, I won't ram this car in front of me.
Oh yeah, the baby. Is that just to be like more careful?
I think so.
Yeah, but naturally you should just be careful anyway. I know.
Oh, yeah, of all people to say this, Ryan.
Yeah, in my panic state that I am on the road anyway.
But yeah, as if you go, oh, there's a little princess there. There's no way I'm smashing into that car.
Otherwise, I'd be all in. It's like, you just don't do it anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, there's no way these van owners are taking in the tools.
Yeah.
Absolutely no way.
Yeah, because I wonder if there is a car burglar out there who's not very trusting of the sign. So he breaks into it anyway and then goes, "Do you know what? I should have listened. He was telling me the truth." Knocks on the door. "You, sir, are honest." And I admire that. "I've wasted your time. I've broke your door. It's gone that. The lock's gone." I just think it's such a bizarre sign to have taken off.
Well, it's a mistake you only make once, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once you've come upon the empty van.
I've wasted so much time there.
The sun's nearly up.
I'm just going to start believing that sign now whenever. I'm going to exclusively burgle vans without that sign on it.
Well, people have a similar thing on their house now, don't they? Of like, big dog lives here.
Yeah. Do you think burglars peer in and see if they can see like a
Chihuahua. Just how big is this dog?
I could take that one, I think. I think I'm going to put a sign on my house saying all valuables left in the car so no one breaks into the house. They take the car instead. You can have that. It means I don't have to drive again. Gives me an excuse to not go out on the road.
Honestly, I'd love to, but...
Please put me out my misery.
And by the way, here are the keys.
Yeah, I'm beckoning the burglars in. Car burglars flock here.
Well, I've got some good news for you, Ryan.
Oh, that's good.
Well, wait till you
Well,
when do you hear the news
good,
first?
it's good news. Normally isn't that funny though, so maybe it's not good news for the podcast.
Yeah. Maybe I should have told you before we press record.
Yeah, we could workshop whether does it make the cut.
Well, we unfortunately lost our voiceover man.
We did something that I've been very sore about for weeks.
You've made it very known to me to try and get this man back. But I stood my ground, and we changed and went for a guy who did some jingles, which you also didn't seem to approve of.
No, overproduced nonsense that. I prefer the original.
I hope he's not listening. Having said that, he's got the money now, so I'm sure he doesn't care. £20 each of those jingles.
£20?
Yeah, premium for jingles.
Wow.
Yeah. But anyway, the good news. Our voiceover man has come crawling back to us.
Oh, you have no idea how that makes me feel. So is the possibility he will now come to the Dodge and Death night out?
Well, we'll take one step at a time.
Where's he based?
Belfast.
Oh, I mean,
It's quite easy to get to here.
Yeah. £20 flight.
It's nothing.
Yeah, and now
Ryanair.
with his extra wages that he's getting from, now he knows his true value. Sure, he can afford budget flights. I feel like I'm now sure that he's back and accepting more money. I just think I can't win.
No, there's no increase in wage. He's come back for the original fee.
Oh,
yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't it great news?
Oh, wow, yeah. There is a victory then.
No, absolutely.
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah. Oh, this couldn't have gone any better.
No, it's excellent. So you'll hear his voice making a welcome return later in the show.
It has been much missed. The show hasn't been the same without
I know, I tried to get a stand in.
I've been listening to it, just wincing. So there's been a void.
That hasn't been a good advert for other people around you, though. You rolling your eyes and scoffing.
It's not like the old ones.
Go back to episode 4.
It was better in my conservatory.
A bit of echo, I'll give you that, but nevertheless.
Oh, I meant to tell you actually.
Yeah.
I went to Pret a Manger this week.
Pret a Manger.
Yeah, and do you know what I remember saying about the loyalty scheme where they recognise?
Oh yeah. And it's a gift a smile or something.
Yeah, but it's like the baristas in there. One of their skills has got to be to recognise face as well.
Well,
so,
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so this I've been going a bit more regularly lately for the 49p filter coffee. Yeah, excellent value.
Yeah, but is the coffee any good?
It's good for 49p. I mean,
well, Burger King actually. Have you heard about this?
No.
They're doing a loyalty program. It's £5 a month where you get a free coffee every day. It works out like 15p or something a day.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Burger King coffee, I imagine.
Well, this is the thing. It's going to be
is horrific.
Yeah.
McDonald's coffee isn't that bad.
I'm going to move this conversation along.
So I went to Pret a Manger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I've been going there quite regularly.
Okay.
And so the barista gave me a free coffee. The implemented the Make Someone Smile scheme.
Did you actively smile when they did it?
Do you know what? I didn't, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah, normally.
Did you storm?
I kind of just accepted it. I took it in my stride.
Oh.
Yeah, it was bizarre behaviour. I realised as I exited.
They want like real appreciation for that.
Yeah, because it was. I didn't quite register him. I think it was because
God,
I clocked the barista's name tag.
Okay.
And the person's name was Damien.
Oh, Damien.
Yeah, quite. Which I would have assumed that name died out after the Omen. But this guy was about our age, mid-20s.
No way.
Yeah.
Damien.
Yeah.
I tell you, I don't think I would have trusted the coffee.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe I actually gave my soul in or something for it.
In exchange for a 49 pence coffee.
Yeah, I'd have wanted something a bit more premium.
Yeah, oh, yeah. You would have wanted that Victoria sponge I mentioned a while ago. But yeah, Damon, I totally agree with you. I would have thought as soon as that film came out, the name would die to death.
Yeah, the name's so associated with the Antichrist, isn't it? Now that you're like, am I going to name my child?
I have tasted that guy's latte. Could have only been the work of the Antichrist. I feel like when they went to register that name, are you sure?
Yeah. I feel like that's the only person called Damien post was the Omen 1973, I reckon.
Oh God, good knowledge.
Yeah, I reckon it's that. So
this is what we could do with producer Paul here to Google and find out when it was.
I'm going to trust them correct with this. I think the Omen came out in 1973, and then this guy is the one Damien born post 1973. Unless his parents some Satanist or something like that.
Oh God, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's similarly, I'm sure in 2015 there were 0 Garys.
Oh, do you know what I thought Lineker would have inspired?
Oh, I would have said Barlow.
Actually, there's a lot
Maybe
of
because of the tax invasion. That's why people
tax invasion.
tax. Oh, God.
What did Gary Barlow do? Not only did he evade his taxes, he invaded the concept of taxes. Gary Barlow attacks taxes.
Oh, God, that's embarrassing. Oh, go.
Well, there's my fact was going to be,
Go on.
there's a lot of people in South America called Gary. I think
Right.
Brazil specifically.
Really?
Yeah, and it's because they are actually named after Gary Lineker.
No way.
Yeah, because Gary Lineker was top goal scorer in the World Cup in 1986.
Right.
And apparently that inspired loads of
No
football
way.
fanatics in South America to name their child Gary after Lineker.
I'm baffled by this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm certain that's true.
Again, we can't have this verified.
Yeah.
You
I
can
like
come
that
up with
Paul's not here
absolutely anything
because I'm
now.
not. I can now just say any random facts and there's no checking going on. So we just have to move on.
I've got to take your word for it.
Yeah. I'm taking liberties, saying a load of shite.
Oh, actually, maybe on that guy's house, he can have a sign outside saying Damien lives here. That'll dissuade the burglars, wouldn't it?
No house burglar was going in for
Absolutely
that.
not.
Or you could have like Kevin McAllister lives here.
Oh,
in reference to
yeah.
Home Alone.
Yeah.
He's probably worse than the Antichrist for house burglars, isn't he?
He was a menace with that paint, wasn't he?
Just think how much house burglars hate the film Home Alone. It attacks everything that they stand for. It's like a horror to them, isn't it, Home Alone?
Christmas is ruined for them because of that film.
Can you imagine? There's a nail on the stairs. Thank God we've never encountered that.
Oh, I tell you, that's just one of the reasons I'm not a house burglar. That
Probably the main one, in case you've encountered a fictional Kevin McAllister. Your worst moment of Home Alone must be the spider. The spider.
Oh,
part.
I hate it.
Yeah, I think you'd take the eye into the heads.
Yeah, I would.
Being covered in chicken feathers,
Yep,
sand on the
absolutely
nail.
fine.
The spider. I think that'd be your one moment. That's where it turns into horror for you as well.
Well, we should tell the listener I am terrified of spiders.
Yeah. I realise I just launched into your spider phobia without prefacing
Thanks
it.
for giving that away now as well. You really can't keep your secret in this show, can you? Terrified of spiders. And did I tell you I'd hired a hypnotist to cure me of the fear?
No. I feel like I understand why you didn't tell me.
Yeah, your look there tells me this was a mistake to bring it back up.
I thought you were quite. You don't really believe.
I
in
don't.
it?
I trained in hypnosis.
Mhm.
Don't believe it's a thing.
Oh,
Nevertheless,
okay.
I hired a hypnotist.
Yeah, you were so desperate to cure your fear of spiders that it was just you go for anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
So I got this guy round to the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sat in the chair, and he's giving me the voice, you are going deeper. Deeper. Which actually, now I say it over a mic, it's a bit seedy, isn't it?
Very seedy.
I'm sorry to put that in your ears, everybody.
What other stuff did he say, like, to try and cure?
Well, so there's lots of counting. There's lots of imagining positive places. There's a beach always. They love a beach.
Okay.
Little do they know, I don't enjoy sand or the sun.
Oh yeah, that's a nightmare for you.
Worse than spiders, that. Are you a fan of the beach? You're not a fan of that.
Oh
are you?
no, absolutely not. I think
No.
I potentially hate beaches more than you.
Oh, that's a bold claim.
Yeah. Well, when we were in Las Vegas. Well, I suppose it's not really a beach, but it's
it's a desert, isn't it?
It's a desert, but I feel like the thing that you do at the beach is you just kind of lounge around.
Yeah.
And and sunbathe.
Yeah.
And I dislike both those things.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah, but even
With our pale complexions, no thank you.
Oh, absolutely not. But in we had like an afternoon, didn't we? Have like a lounge around the pool.
Yeah.
in our hotel.
Mostly because Paul insisted.
Yeah.
This is not our kind of afternoon.
When he's not in, we just immediately go to badmouth him as well, as though he's not going to listen to this.
Oh, WhatsApp group is going to get such an angry message, isn't it?
I'm away 1 week. You need to slag me off. But
He's got a terrible diet as well, hasn't he?
chicken wings at 10 a.m. Yeah, I feel like you on that afternoon that we did do the
lounge. Yeah,
you embraced it a lot more than I did.
Well, maybe actually. Yeah, I did.
You did. You actually got into the pool. I
did.
I think I just kind of stayed at the side in
a harumph.
Yeah, following the shade. Which now I must look so miserable. Like
everybody else looking over.
Yeah,
He's
in Las Vegas and he's doing that. I look back on that with shame. I think.
Yeah, probably rightly so.
I should have embraced the moment a bit more.
So he came round. Mm-hmm. We did the deeper and deeper. Mm-hmm. I was on the ocean. I was on the beach.
Yeah.
The works. Mm-hmm. It did not have any effect whatsoever. But I knew at the time, I'm just sat here with my eyes closed as a man talks to me.
See, I feel like that's what, if I was to be hypnotised, I would be so aware of the moment that this is mental, that I could never be lulled into
No. Yeah. Into a bit of a nap.
Yeah. That like a deeper state where then you can be manipulated.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to hear. Did at the end of the hypnosis, did he like pull out a spider or something like that?
No.
To see if it has worked.
No, he never. But a similar thing did happen though, because he never pulled out a spider. He just said, "How do you feel now when you think about a big spider being here?" Mm-hmm. And I say, "It sounds fucking terrifying." So he went, "Oh, it seems like it hasn't quite taken effect with you." He came up with some excuse. They always have an excuse.
Yeah, there'll be a scripted excuse. Because I imagine like 40%
of the
success
rate isn't going to be great.
It doesn't work, yeah.
So, nevertheless, he got the cash and said, "A friend of mine is an energy expert."
What?
I know.
Oh, you didn't go to the friend.
I hired the energy expert.
Oh, so after the hypnosis didn't work, you went to his energy expert friend.
I did, and I don't believe in, positive and negative energy in the soul. What am I talking about here?
I feel like if I was to tell this story, the scoffing that I'd be on the receiving end of.
You're doing incredibly well to control it.
Yeah, I feel like I should be more animated with my disgust.
I feel, though, I do this kind of thing with such regularity.
Yeah.
That you're just quite used to it.
Yeah, that's true. That is actually true.
So, a couple of days later, his friend came round. Picture the scene. He's quite a fat guy. He comes round.
Fat shaming the energy expert.
Oh, now I think of it, actually, the hypnotist was also quite fat.
Oh.
But on his website, one of the things he offers is a hypnotic gastric band.
I feel surely the physical gastric band is the...
Oh, that's the answer, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, he would have used this on himself, wouldn't he?
That's fantastic.
I know someone who had a gastric band done, and it worked for a bit, but they found a hack around the gastric band, and that was that chocolate would melt and just slide through.
Oh, why did he have the gastric band fitted and then look through a loophole? It's just it's the most counterproductive thing I've ever heard. Insane. Oh, I've tricked myself. Former me thought they were so clever. What they didn't realise is chocolate melts.
So the energy expert came around.
Yes.
And he had different techniques. For instance, he would say, "I want you to touch pressure points on your body," which he'd point out to me.
Yeah.
"And I want you to sing, 'I am not afraid of spiders.'"
Sing?
To the tune of Happy Birthday.
That doesn't go.
It was very tough to
Oh,
do.
it's shoehorned in. The syllable count doesn't match whatsoever.
Oh, it was rough.
I imagine you absolutely butchered that.
It was terrible. And so I just became very self-conscious about how bad that was. And as I'm doing it, like, what is going on here? I'm also thinking, this guy is charging me £70 for this.
£70?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So we do the whole thing.
Yeah.
And like, what is... So the idea being, I've got negative energy towards spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Birthday is a positive song.
I suppose it's upbeat, yeah.
Yeah, so you're swapping the positive for the negative.
Yeah. Okay, I understand the theory behind
That's
it.
a theory.
Mhm.
Absolute bullshit.
It's nonsense. It's completely untrue.
Absolutely. So at the end, he went, I have cured you of your fear of spiders, and to prove it, and he reached into his pocket.
Oh.
And I'll never tell you, my heart was pounding at this point. Pulled out a very crude inkjet printed photo of a spider. And clearly his printer was running out of ink at the time, you know. It had like the lines through it. And he said to me, you are cured. Rub this photo.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So there I am, making eye contact with this guy, rubbing his photo. And he went, all right, cured. Have a good day. Off he went.
Oh, this is absolutely fantastic. Like,
And ironically, I was grumpy for the rest of the day, filled in negative energy.
with Happy Birthday stuck in it. What was it that you had to sing to Happy Birthday?
I am not afraid of spiders.
Could you try and do a rendition of that to the tune of Happy Birthday? Because I don't think that works whatsoever.
Oh, you're doing what I do to you normally.
yes, I am. It's not nice, is it?
It's not. It's not. Okay.
I'm enjoying this role reversal.
I'll try it.
Okay.
Okay. Shall I touch the pressure points as well?
Depends what pressure points they are.
Okay. It went something along the lines of, I am not afraid of spiders. I am not afraid of spiders. I am not afraid of spiders. I am not afraid of spiders.
Oh,
That's how it went.
what? That actually that fits in better than what I thought.
Well,
I was going to give that a round of applause. End with the hip hip hooray.
So after all that, it didn't. But here's the thing, though. I imagine I become an anecdote for this man, because clearly he's not going to be getting much work.
Yeah.
So he'd be down the pub that weekend saying, you will not believe what I got this lad to do. That's 70 quid he gave me.
I feel like every gig that he gets is an anecdote.
Oh,
If you're
absolutely.
an energy healer, curing people with their feed of spiders, you don't have a dull day at work.
No,
do
you really don't.
You're always doing something absolutely mad. We should get him on the show.
Oh,
That'd be great.
that
episode.
would be great.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need.
And take it deadly seriously.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
Actually,
good.
but what if it actually works?
Yeah, because that could be the feature one week where he actually
Cure Stephen.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, we should put this in motion.
Yeah. If anyone has any actual techniques of getting over a fear of spiders, email hi@dodgingdeathpodcast.com. I'd love to know.
I think a key technique will
Go
be
on.
realising that the spider is tiny and you are absolutely massive. That you could literally crush it if you wanted to. I mean, it'd be very inhumane.
Yeah,
and
it
mean,
would.
But you could.
Well, the issue, though, is that they're very cunning, the spiders, aren't they? And if you go to approach, God, they scurry quickly.
Oh, they do. They are quite quick.
Yeah.
Cunning, I wouldn't use to describe.
Am I giving the spider too much credit?
Yeah, I've never been outfoxed by a spider, I don't think. Have you ever used one of those the spider catchers?
I have, actually.
Yeah, I feel they're quite an inhumane thing.
Well, I thought they were quite they were humane.
No, but I feel like when you like
Because you're saving the spider then, aren't you, and dropping it outside?
yeah. So for people who haven't seen them, it's like a
dome,
it's
I
like
guess.
it's like a yeah, it's a pyramid.
Imagine
shape.
a pyramid on the end of a long stick.
Yeah.
With at I guess the base of the pyramid is a sliding door.
Oh, do you know what? That is an excellent way of describing the spider catcher. That is actually, that is exactly it. Yeah. But so you put the dome over it,
yeah.
and then
Slide the door shut.
You slide the door, but I feel sometimes you end up catching the spider's legs.
Oh, no,
and then,
you chop off the feet.
yeah, and then you're like, oh, I'm doing a good thing, like by just I'm safely transporting the spider out of my house, but I've like amputated it, and it's like, and I feel so bad after I've done it.
Actually, you're right. That is a flaw in the design.
It's a flaw in the design, because that's also when it goes. If you haven't got a spider catcher, like I don't have.
No. Do you do like the you put like a tumbler over it, and then the bit of paper?
Yeah, but so like when you think the spider's still,
Yeah.
so you've got to leap at the right moment. But then sometimes at the very end, the spider dashes, and then but you're it's already too late. It's past the point of no return. You're putting the glass on the floor to kind of catch it, and it's like, oh no. I've just amputated it. Oh, and that's terrible. Like I've hindered the spider's quality of life massively.
Absolutely. You're trying to do a good deed, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to do
It's
it
backfired,
humanely.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what concerns me when I see other people do this technique is the sliding of the paper and then putting the hand at the base of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think
is there much stability in there? Yeah.
There's no stability.
Yeah.
So having the spider crawl with just paper thin slither, it's disgusting.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm actually with you on that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is not that's not a great way of transporting the spider out of the house.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
One of the benefits of cruise ships, of course, no spiders, spider-free zone.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not entirely sure how or why, but you'll never see a spider on a cruise ship.
I feel like that's probably you've never encountered one. But I don't think that's true. I don't mean to spook you or for your next as you're about to embark on your long cruise.
Yeah.
But I feel that there are actually spiders on board. But you
No.
know, yeah, because what's preventing it?
You know what?
If the ship never docked, then maybe I'd see why. But
I don't know. I just know you'll never. Maybe I should do some more research into this, actually, Ryan.
So I feel like if I was a spider, I'd probably.
I don't think we'd be doing the show.
Oh yeah, and there'd be no way I'd be asked to come on with you in the soundproof room.
With 2 doors trapping us in.
But I feel like I'd actively seek out the cruise ship, because think of you'd see.
You just said spiders aren't cunning.
But if I was a spider, I think I'd be quite cunning one.
You'd be the one.
I'd be the one cunning spider. Yeah, I feel like I'd go on the cruise ship, because then you'd be able to, explore other.
Oh, would you get off in the port every day?
Yeah.
Have you
Go
margaritas in Puerto Rico?
I'd live a great life as a spider. Cruise ship spider.
All that buffet food, yes, please. Apparently, the spiders, the tarantulas specifically, they love a bunch of bananas.
Oh, really?
That's how they are found in England, because they hide in the bunch.
Oh, they hide.
Isn't that terrifying?
Oh, do you think they're aware what's about to happen when they do hide? In the bunch of
I think they open the crate and the spider gets out. They go, "Oh, it's so grey and rainy." Oh.
Yeah, they're unsure where they're about to head out until
it's like a Russian roulette, isn't it?
Aberdeen. Oh shit.
Oh, I'm in Loughborough. Oh, a friend of mine who you might know, actually. I won't say his full name, but we'll say Richie.
Oh, I'm aware of a friend
Richie.
you have called Richie. Yes.
He has recently written and self-published an autobiography.
Really?
Yeah. So the reason for this is that he wanted to document his life, and he said in this he's included all of his friends, all the people who've made an impact in his life, and then it's a bit of a legacy thing actually that everybody, buys a copy from him. He sold me a copy of this book.
That was a money-making technique for him.
Now I say how loud it was.
Yeah, you were victim to a scandal.
So yeah, the idea being he'd include us all in this book, and it's a lovely thing to kind of down the line we can refer back to, and it's nice to remember these stories. Yeah. Anyway, so I've known Richie longer than I've known you, Ryan. So longer than 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And we've spent a huge amount of time together. I was very excited to read the book, actually, because I thought... I was excited to read about me.
Yeah. We're unsurprising to hear that, to be honest.
It's like, where's Stephen in this book?
Yeah, did you wish there was like an index at the back?
I did.
Stephen Williams Jr. page mentions.
Like 40 pages mentioned. I come up.
A good old chunk dedicated to me.
So I read the book. We're talking over 300 pages.
Oh, it's a long old book then.
Oh yeah, big book. Got to the end. You know how many times I was mentioned, Ryan? Not once.
No.
Not once as I mentioned. And the worst thing, I was omitted from stories where I know I was there.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So did you just not have a worthy input into...
No. I'll tell you what happened. So as Richie's regaling these stories in the book, and he says a funny line, for instance, it was my gag.
Oh,
I know you stole my gags from the book. Yes.
The worst of all crimes. Oh, no.
Yeah. In black and white, he's taken the gag.
and then rewrote you out of it.
And then, I've been erased from history.
In the mind of Richie?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
God, I bet you were furious.
So I brought her up with him.
I think that's one of those things where I wouldn't want to experience that whole situation. So I just leave it unsaid. I'd be like, oh, the book was good, and then just brush over.
And then brush over.
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
No, I questioned.
Oh.
So I said, Richie, I read the book. And then didn't see my name mentioned anywhere.
You should have approached like, funny line that was, Richie, about seem to remember.
I mustn't have been there because there wasn't mentioned, but I remember that gag.
It was really funny, that. Sounds like something I'd say, to be honest.
So yeah, I mentioned it, and he went, "No, you are in there, but you're hidden behind a code."
Oh,
and I thought, like I'm Alan Turing all of a sudden. I'm going to decipher.
Yeah, you're between the lines. That's not the point of autobiography.
No.
Yeah, there's no hidden codes.
No, and he knows I'm not very good at puzzles, so he's like, well, that'll keep him occupied for a bit. Honestly, Stephen, you're in there.
Yeah, I like that you tried. He was like, I am definitely in there. I'm going to navigate this puzzle. And it will eventually be all about me.
But yeah, I was horrified.
Oh, I can imagine. I'd be horrified.
Yeah.
In my memoirs, there'll be a whole section devoted.
Oh, I'm delighted to hear it.
Probably the nicest thing I've ever said to you, that.
I mean, I don't know what you're going to say about me. It's going to be scandalous in the book, though.
No, probably when you try to start the nickname Sherlock for yourself.
Anyway, so shall we try a feature, Ryan?
I think we should.
We don't have Paul here. Paul often interjects with the features, but have you got one planned?
I have.
Go on.
So I thought with Paul not here today.
Yes.
It was a time for us to have, this normally light-hearted entertainment.
It is.
I thought for the feature today,
are we going serious?
We go a bit serious, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. We'd go...
Paul would not have any time for this.
Yeah, we'd have a bit of a clear the air talks.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. Throw it all out there.
Is it because I didn't mention you in my autobiography?
Yes, I was very offended. And I recognised one of the gags.
All right, what would we need to clear the air about?
Well, in today's feature,
yes.
I'm going to regale a story.
Oh, no.
A story where I feel that I was wronged by you.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And then at the end, we're going to decide whether, after our clear the air talks, we're going to decide whether we're going to brush it under the carpet and forget about it and move on.
I feel we should just brush under and move on now.
No,
because I'm concerned. Whatever the story is, it's going to show me in a negative light.
It does. And if there's not a sincere apology or something like that, maybe we won't move on. Maybe this could be the final episode.
We're ending on number 11. We've not even got 100 and a farewell ending on the 100. Oh, okay.
Yeah. In today's feature,
go on. What have you got a name first of all?
Let bygones be bygones.
Oh.
I feel like it should have been said in a more serious tone.
Well, we do have the voiceover man now to do it.
Oh, of course. Thank God he's back. Oh,
a Radio 1 jingle would not have worked.
The fact that you've secured him again, that goes a way of towards me forgiving you for the time that I was wronged.
A good start.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so introduce the feature and then you can tell your story.
This is basically the trial of Stephen Williams Jr. This feature.
It is.
Yeah, so you've got to defend yourself, and then I will then go. See, if Paul was here, I suppose he could have been a good jury or judge.
Yeah.
But
instead, because I feel like you've got a very biased point of view here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm going to be the judge and the jury still. Yeah, I suppose it's very unfair.
Very unfair.
So anyway, here's let bygones be bygones.
Bygones be bygones.
Okay, I'm nervous about what your grievance is here, Ryan.
As you should be. So, we're in London.
Okay. In the story, you mean? Not right now.
Yeah. Yes, in the story. I'm painting the picture of the time I was wronged.
Okay.
So, we're in London.
Yes.
I'm in a three-piece suit.
Yes.
You're in a boiler suit. I'm drenched in acid rain. Any memories what I could be referring to?
Oh, you know what? It's come back to me, Ryan.
Secret Cinema, 2018. The Blade Runner experience.
Oh, okay.
So, as you well know...
I see where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
And potentially at the end of the story, I may crumble.
I'm open to hearing the defence. This is going to be a fair trial. Despite me
Will it be a fair trial? I mean, you do have the monopoly here, don't you?
I do. I hold all the cards.
Ugh, okay. So, we'll paint the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Secret Cinema is a company that does immersive experiences based around movies.
Yes.
So, there was one based around the movie Blade Runner.
Which is one of my favourite films.
I've never seen it, but I do like an immersive experience.
Yeah, so we thought we'd go along to it, and we were both incredibly excited for the whole experience.
Exciting.
Yeah, so we got sent travel documents.
Oh yeah,
for access into Utopia.
Yes,
which is this promised land kind of related to the film. We were given character names.
Well, so we each had to adopt different characters, and we took it very seriously.
We did. We both went method, really, didn't we? It was like Robert De Niro level commitments to our roles within Secret Cinema. Yeah.
So what was your character?
I was an offshore investor.
Okay, and I was an eye technician.
You were an eye technician, yeah.
So we got sent this dossier of stuff that we had to prepare to get into the role and things that we needed to wear.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, the thing is, in this world, Utopia, there are kind of 3 tiers of citizens.
Yes.
And we were playing different ones, and it's like a hierarchy system.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you, Ryan, were part of the upper echelon.
I was the aristocracy.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Which you revelled in.
I did. Yeah.
And because of that, you were very formal. You were in a 3-piece suit.
Mm-hmm. A double-breasted waistcoat, I believe.
Oh,
yeah.
Bought just for the occasion.
Yeah, with a paisley tie.
Oh, fashionista corner over here.
Stop talking about my clothes on the show.
You know what? I quite like the name, Fashionista Corner. We should make that a feature.
Oh, actually, yeah. No, you're on trial here. This is not a time to workshop. This is the defence.
So, we discussed before that you were going to play the part of a German aristocrat.
Yes.
I was an eye technician, but I, for whatever reason, must have looked in the wrong part of the website, got my wires
The
crossed.
first mistake of the day. The first thing that irked me.
Yeah. So I, instead of wearing appropriate eye technician clothing, I too wore a 3-piece suit.
Yes.
Now, we quickly realised when we arrived in London, this was a mistake.
Yeah. So I felt that Stephen Williams Jr. was dressed somewhat like a young magician and hadn't really put that much effort into the role. I thought
I was as good as playing myself, really.
he's phoning us in. He's phoning a secret cinema experience in. We're never going to get into Utopia. We're never going to access the world of Blade Runner.
So, on the day, we realised I was dressed so inappropriately, we had to get a boiler suit, which was what they recommended.
Yeah, so we were traipsing around London to find a hardware store.
Well, the issue is we didn't know initially where to buy a boiler suit.
Yeah, I think we done like the most ridiculous Google search, boiler suit near me.
We did. And then ended up in an art shop. Excuse me, I've got any boiler suits. Because clearly we've never done a hint of manual labour in our lives. So we eventually found like a Rapid, that kind of place, a hardware store. And I go waltzing in. Mincing, you could say. In.
All words inappropriate to the entering of a hardware store.
Or Utopia, really.
Yes.
So I'm there. I approach the counter. Say, excuse me, sir, do you have a boiler suit? And the look he gave me.
I remember. I was embarrassed to be there with you. Again. Another thing, you're spoiling me day.
Eventually, we tracked one down. To much mockery from the employees of this hardware store.
Yes, yeah.
And arrive at Utopia. Now, this is in a secret location.
Yeah, which again, massively sold on. Secret location. You had to, I think we had to get the train to Canning Town.
Yeah, I mean, the secret location was essentially a warehouse on the outskirts of London, wasn't it?
Yeah, but we would greet at the Canning Town station with like a guy in a suit saying, "This way to Utopia."
Oh, yeah.
And then there was all people dressed as cyberpunks.
How many people do you think were there? 1,000, maybe more?
Oh, yeah, I reckon about 1,000. I think that's about right.
Probably 1,000 people all dressed up in kind of futuristic world paraphernalia.
Yeah.
So everybody else who's also just going to that station for the commute home
was, what on earth is happening?
So we get there and we're in the line and we are in our characters now.
Yes.
I'm looking at everyone's eyes. You're there having adopted a character, a whole new demeanour.
I was a new man.
You were a German.
I was Felix.
And the first person we come upon was the security guard.
Yeah.
I am going to put it back on you now, Ryan, to do your German accent.
Please let me into Utopia. I swear I'm not a replicant. Honestly, you can give me one of those void camp tests. I don't even care. I'm an offshore investor called Felix. And I have a meeting with Mr. Tyrell.
That ride is exceptional.
That was weird. I was in character as that for 6 months.
Now, but the amazing thing was, I did not know you were going to do this voice until we were stood in line.
It's the only accent I could do, really.
No, it was excellent.
I feel like even the... Because it was like an immigration terminal, wasn't there? And there was like actors as police officers.
Yeah, very serious.
Yeah,
police
like
officers.
they were interrogating, quite aggressively on why you should have access. And I feel like they were quite startled. I feel like I put them on the back foot there with. Oh, Utopia looks awesome. I like the way it's like Tokyo, but then it's also LA. I think that's quite awesome. I'm really into that fusion.
Stellar work, that right?
Thank you.
So we got into Utopia.
We did. We were granted access.
Yes, but this is the point. We got separated.
Yes.
So you went off. You got to meet Terrell.
Yeah, so I was greeted by a police officer, and he was doing an American accent. Again, authenticity. I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he said...
and it looked amazing inside, we should say.
Oh yeah, the
actual set they've done.
the warehouse that they converted to make it look like the streets of Blades. It was absolutely amazing. It was like all street food stands.
Yeah.
There was like a section where it was raining.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. There was like poetry readings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was boss. And then the police officer said to me, Mr. Tyrell is very excited to meet you. So I was...
To which you were very much a giddy German at that point, weren't you?
And what was your start point?
Well, so I got sent off to the eye clinic.
Yeah.
And what we decided, because we didn't know how this was going to work,
No.
was to meet up once we'd done this little section back at a food stand.
Yes. Yeah, we picked...
Yep.
Just to reiterate, we picked a specific food stand that after our meetings with Stephen in the eye clinic and me with Mr. Tyrell, that we were going to meet back up there.
Yeah, to explore the world.
As the jury noted that.
So, I went off, Ryan, and I got chatting to a lady called Sonya.
Yes.
That was not a character name, that was a normal name because she would not commit to the role. So the issue was, Sonya and I, along with her friends, were all eye technicians, and we were all in this eye clinic.
Yeah.
So I, much like you, especially now having been inspired by your level of commitment, I was in my character.
Mm-hmm.
And I would, I'd chat to Sonya and her friends and say, I'd say, what's your name? And I'd be expecting something like Felix, like you had, a name from the film, and they'd go, it's Tom. And I'm like, Tom, you're not committing to
Tom,
the role.
this is a post-apocalyptic future. No one's called Tom anymore.
I'd be like, how long have you been an eye technician, Tom? And they go, I'm not. I'm just I'm an out-of-work actor, really. I've been dragged along to this more than... And no one was taking it seriously.
But you say that as though that was a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
At least you had the level of interaction. So I went for my meeting with Mr. Tyrell.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic.
Oh,
it was 10 minutes. This guy who as Tyrell from the film.
Yeah.
He gave a big speech to all the offshore investors about why we were here, what our mission was.
Yeah.
It was to make money. We were the villains, we were the heels.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so all this, I was basking in it.
Yeah.
And then he gave us kind of like a little task. It was very vague. It was like we can try and sell our memories.
Okay.
So I brought 3 photographs from so
you literally printed off family photos from home.
yeah, like Christmas '99. I think one was when I was on the cruise with you.
You holding a Rubik's Cube under the Christmas tree.
There was me looking out at Bar Harbour, I think. Me in front of a Christmas tree. And then me sampling a craft beer. I think they were my three memories that I took.
But unfortunately, you were the only one when you took these photos.
Yeah, so no one else had them. So there was
the actor just baffled and you gave it to him?
No, so I was like, what do we do with these? And he was kind of like he was in characters being like a rich arsehole.
Okay.
So he was very unresponsive.
Right.
But he gave like one little thing as so to sell memories and then go and talk to this guy who ran a street food stand.
Okay.
So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So then I thought,
you've got a job.
I've got a job.
Yeah.
But, we agreed. Outside of Utopia, I know I committed to the role, but, back to my Ryan self.
Yeah.
I'd agreed with Stephen.
Yes.
That we'd meet at a street food stand.
Yeah, now, in my defence, I assumed we'd now both been sent on separate missions, so we shouldn't have met back up because we were following our own path.
The jury has noted that. However, so I exit my things. A few people, we all disperse in separate directions.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of on their own who's in the room with me.
Yeah. So
I immediately go to the street food stand.
Yeah. And you wait.
And I wait around. You're not there yet, so I think, his intro part's probably still going on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, so as we walked in, we didn't quite realise the complete setup of the Secret Cinema experience. Because in Blade Runner, the whole film is raining.
Yeah, yeah.
And
where we'd decided to meet up, it was pouring with rain.
Yes, constantly.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm standing, I'm indoors, but I'm getting absolutely drenched
In the most freezing cold rain.
Yeah, and I'm still standing there, and actually, we did have an umbrella. An umbrella was one of the prerequisites,
yes,
wasn't it? It said you need to bring an umbrella.
Yeah.
So we bought.
Unfortunately, though, you did not know how to open an umbrella.
Yeah, which I admit this one's my fault. This is my bad.
That you made it to 24 years old, having never opened an umbrella before.
I'm a fan of the hooded jacket.
Oh,
the hood
that's
does the
that's
job.
no excuse.
I've always got like an outdoor coat. Anyway, so I'm standing there for a good 5-10 minutes, and then I think maybe he came before me, and then it's now searching the place for me. So I kind of like try and one of the police officers, the actors. I try and get his attention.
Yeah, okay.
And then I say to him, "Have you seen like like a short blonde guy? Looks a bit like Tintin. Has he been standing here at any point?" And he's baffled. He's thinking I'm playing along with.
No! So he's like responding to you in character.
Yeah, and he's being like quite hard work, and I'm thinking, no, this is genuine now.
Yeah.
I'm out of the immersive experience. I'm out.
And now Ryan, I'm not Felix.
Yeah, I'm doing this voice. Gone is the German. Yeah, and he's still being difficult. So I thought, do you know what?
Yeah.
I'm just going to embark on this immersive experience on my own. I'm going to start my narrative.
Oh.
My Felix story.
Actually, you were happy to abandon me at this point.
After 10 minutes waiting, soaking rain, I'm drenched at this point. So I go to the other street food stand.
Where you been sent?
Yeah, and annoyingly, because this street food stand, one of the points of it was the parasol was broken.
Yeah.
So the acid rain is like gushing through this, like, and I stand directly under it. So if I wasn't drenched enough, like the whole, like this, like it's like someone's just emptied a bucket of water on my head.
That,
and I was like, oh, and I had a fedora on as well, so that was just drenched.
To be fair, though, I think because you had a fedora on, you deserve to be drenched.
I was in character as an offshore investor. I was drenched. I was on my own. And I'm just in such a mood at this point.
Yeah.
So then when I do eventually bump into you,
you are miserable.
Yeah, I'm like, where were you? I've paid loads for this.
All I can say is Sonya.
Yeah. You introduced me to this Sonya woman. I'm baffled by her because she's not really that responsive.
No. So, after chatting to Sonya, they did like another little fight scene.
Yeah.
And then we were escorted through to sit down and actually watch the movie.
Yeah.
The problem was, though, at this point we were both drenched.
Oh, absolutely.
Like soaked through.
Yeah, and it was freezing as well.
Yeah.
I was like...
So we're sat miserable and freezing cold and wet for a 2-hour movie. Just hated the whole experience.
Yeah, I was like, this is literally in my top 5 favorite films, and I've never wanted to not watch Blade Runner. And I was like, it started and the soundtrack and there's like the amazing opening shot. And I was like, no, I'm not ready for this. I'm not in the mood whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you feel like I should have come back to the food stand.
Bluntly, what I'm saying is you ruined my Blade Runner immersive experience that I'd look forward to for ages.
Well,
you know?
I mean, even being honest, I blame Sonya for the whole thing.
I accept that, yeah.
Yeah.
It was Sonya's fault.
Yeah. So, Sonya, if you're listening,
you are going to be on the next Bygones Be Rygons feature where I relay the exact same story and ask you why my Blade Runner experience did not go well. I just couldn't get out of my mind that I should be enjoying this more.
Yeah.
Which I suppose is why I admire Neil Armstrong so much.
Go on.
Because...
Yeah?
Hear me out with this, okay? I noticed that you just looked at me with a baffled face. Neil Armstrong got the line wrong.
So, one small step for our man.
One giant leap for mankind. Yeah, he completely messed it up.
Now, how long does it take to get to space?
Oh, a long old time.
You'd think that singular line he would have had down.
Yeah, well, he lied. He said that he improvised it, didn't he? And absolutely not. He thought, this is a killer line.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to deliver this line, and it's going to be amazing. And then he gets this. So he nearly died like so many times.
Yeah.
Like, this is such a life-risking mission.
Oh, absolutely.
And he gets onto the moon.
Yeah.
After, nearly dying.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a mission. He gets out and he thinks, "Do you know what? I'm
Brace yourselves, everybody.
Houston, I'm about to say it. I'm about to drop a hell of a bomb."
Do you think he'd confided in Buzz before it? I was like, so, what do you think about this?
Well, according to the film First Man,
yeah.
Buzz Aldrin was a bit of an arsehole, so probably not.
Oh, really?
Buzz Aldrin probably would have stuck it off him, be like Richie. Neil Armstrong hears Buzz start saying, "Whoa! He's saying my line, bastard." Yeah, so he gets onto the moon.
Yeah.
He's about to deliver his line.
Mm-hmm.
Just that everyone on planet Earth is watching
bated breath.
this moment.
Yeah.
And he messes the line up.
Oh,
he misses out the one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. I suppose it still works.
It does still work.
But if I was Neil Armstrong in that moment, I could not get out of my own head with that. I'd be on the moon and I'd just be berating myself thinking, "You, Neil, are an absolute arsehole." Like, yeah, and I just wouldn't be enjoying my time on the moon.
I didn't even want to stick this flag in anymore.
Probably messed that one up as well. Probably put up the wrong way and everything. So that's why I admire Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong messed the line up, but he just had the ability to move on.
I like that of all the things to admire Neil Armstrong for, is that he recovered well.
Yeah. He was resilient. All the mission, the space stuff.
That's fine. But the line.
That he messed up the line. And still, I imagine he spoke about his time on the moon with great joy.
Oh, yeah.
There will be no bygones be Rygones feature about Neil Armstrong's time on the moon.
No.
Where it's like, it was Buzz, you throw me off my rhythm there.
I have just seen the time, so we should wrap this up. Ryan, a pleasure doing this.
As always.
Next week, we have producer Paul back with us.
We do.
And I'm sure he'll tell us about the exciting trip he's been on or whatever he's doing.
Wherever he's been.
Another tragic story that he's that's happened to him. So don't forget to follow us on Instagram. It's at Dodging Death Podcast, and email us your questions or features or anything at all to hi@dodgingdeathpodcast.com. Cheers, everybody.
Thank you.
Follow us on Instagram at Dodging Death Podcast.